So these are water drops. Water has memory. Now there was a study done, and we're gonna watch a video on this. They took a glass of water and they spoke to the water, saying things like, thank you, angel, I love you, peace. You can see it here. These were the molecules, the pictures that we're taking after. So you can see thank you is like a nice little like star almost, right? You got wisdom, and they're different shapes, truth. Look at that one, that one's beautiful. Now, they did the same thing for low frequencies, and they said things like, you make me sick, evil. Every time they put a negative force, a negative energy into the water, it always comes up like this icky, nasty looking thing, right? Like, look at the ones up here. Thank you, wisdom, I love you. They look like they have life to them. But when you look at the makes me sick, evil, evil looks like a void. Evil literally just looks like a void, right? And then the make me sick actually looks like bacteria. It actually looks like sickness. So how does this apply to you? Well, if your body's, what, like 98% water, the things you say, the things that come out of your mouth affect you in this way. We got a lot of people leaving the chat now. And they're like, what? Like, this guy's full of it. Nah, bro, it is truth. What you say, especially what you say to yourself, is very important.
What is water? In water researcher Victor Schauberger's view, it is a living substance, which can die if it is treated poorly. Schauberger believed that water is born in the forest. It falls as rain, and it filters down through the rocks, gathering minerals and trace elements until arriving at the surface as a spring. At this point, water is full of mother substances ready to provide life. Its vitality depends on how it flows, or how it is forced to flow.
Water makes a long, difficult journey before arriving in our homes. It used to be common knowledge that a settlement could only occur where there was a natural source of water. Today, whether or not there is water in a place is of no importance, because we transport water for thousands of miles using high pressure. In nature, rivers and streams always flow along a smoothly curving course. But any water system has multiple right-angle turns. The natural structure of the water breaks down more and more with each such turn. Water from a water supply system which flows into our homes through pipes has various forms, crystals of various forms, but they are all deformed. That is, they may look like this. It can look like this or have these crystals and many other arrangements, but you won't see any symmetry or beauty.
We've been forming crystals for more than a dozen years. From our tests, we came to the conclusion that living water forms more hexagonal crystals, and less vibrant or dead water doesn't form hexagonal shapes. What concerns me is that water from any big city tends not to form beautiful crystals. When water travels in the city, it collects negative information from the people and pollution. Also, the more chlorine in the water, the less crystals can form. We also have pipes that make lots of turns. Imagine if you were water. You might want to die with all this unnatural and forced movement.
It is well known that the water supply in many large cities is a closed-loop system. After undergoing aggressive chemical purification and passing through powerful filters, the water in these systems is returned to our homes, still remembering the chemicals and the violence it was subjected to.
There are over 100,000 man-made chemicals, including pharmaceuticals, birth control pills, toiletries, and household cleaners. When the liver removes these toxins from our body, they get flushed down the toilet, where they then go into the sewer, where many pass intact through our sewage treatment facilities and filters, and are recycled back into our municipal water system.
That's disgusting.
For us to consume once again.
I've studied water crystals for 15 years. What I would really like people to know through my research or work is that water has memory.
Dr. Masaru Emoto exposes water to a variety of outside stimuli at his research laboratory in Japan. His researchers capture 50 samples of each water specimen, which are frozen, and after 3 hours examined in the lab at a temperature of -5 degrees centigrade. Only a few will reveal their beautiful structure. As the temperature rises under the microscope, the crystal starts to grow and expand. The researcher captures its image on camera before it returns to the liquid state. This beautiful geometrical wonder expands in 6 directions from each corner of its hexagonal base. A lateral view reveals a protrusion that appears at the tip of the cone. This is because ice crystals do not develop two-dimensionally, but rather three-dimensionally from the center to the edges. Water from natural sources, unlike tap water, provides a wide range of crystalline formations. This allows us to peek into the life and health of water. Living water, in good condition, produces beautiful hexagonal crystals, as we see in these pictures. If water gets sick or dies, what we see changes dramatically. We can see how water reacts to a computer, a television set, to hard rock, a microwave oven, a cell phone.
The basic principle in the universe is vibration, and vibration can be created by the principle of resonance. Without resonance, vibration doesn't exist, and this is the truth in the universe. In the quantum world, very small units of things resonate with each other, and that's how they affirm themselves. So we are able to reconfirm the existence of things by seeing them through this resonance theory.
Max Planck once said that everything is a wave. In other words, when we write a word on a sheet of paper and apply it to water, we can see that the water crystal changes its form. It means a transformation of the water itself under the influence of the frequencies that we emit with this word.
The first word Dr. Emoto's research team exposed water to was arigato, Japanese for thank you. Next, we see what happened when they used negative words, such as you fool. Words of beauty create beautiful crystals. Gentle words manifest delicate crystals. In crystal form, water reflects the power of intention behind our words. This is a water droplet.
If we expose water to various sound frequencies using a technology called a tonoscope, we can observe various patterns emerging in its structure.
As we increase the frequency at certain key thresholds, the entire pattern morphs into a new resonant pattern, which is a more complex expression of the base frequencies. This happens repeatedly as the frequency increases. We can observe familiar geometrical patterns. Here we see a perfect cube, a tetrahedron, a star tetrahedron, the octahedron. All of these forms of sacred geometry were created simply by achieving the resonant frequency to match the form.
Water and human beings and plants respond the same way to resonant energy that your cell phone does when it picks up the call. Human beings and water can respond to particular frequencies and energies applied that way, and you can build up tremendous energy and have tremendous effects. We grow crystals using resonant frequencies. Salt crystals, like the same kind of salt flowing through your bloodstream right now in water, We grow those crystals using resonant frequencies 2,500 times faster and bigger.
Water perceives every change in thought or mood. The brightest of these vibrational currents is created by love. The power of this emotion is reflected in the word itself.
Our mind is related to our central nervous system. And when we have some emotions, when we have some thoughts, they directly influence not our only nervous system, but the whole body. First of all through blood, then through vegetative system. So we, with our thoughts, with our emotions, we totally change condition of the whole body.
Visionary and artist Leonardo da Vinci came to the same conclusion. Human emotions are water, he wrote in his notes, and it is the form taken by these flows within the body that determine the human character.